Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri on Richerson.com. Please subscribe. Hit that join button, join our membership. Well, we went today and traded a couple of CB radios for a beam antenna. We also took a mobile CB and we put it in the van. And we had a magnet mount antenna, and we were trying out the radio with the antenna, and
he really does not like you doing the vlog.
he loves to chew on his bone when I'm doing it, you know. But we had a little bit of problem with the antenna, so we came back home. We found a different antenna, magnet mount as well, put on the van. We played with the mobile radio. It had some good range and worked pretty well, except that it was squealing when we'd key up the mic and try and talk. The person we were talking to would just hear a squealing sound part of the time. It was intermittent. It wasn't all the time. Sometimes we'd come through just crystal clear to him, but sometimes there was a squeal and he couldn't hear anything. Sometimes he'd hear the first part of what was being said and then it would squeal. So we went to a truck stop and purchased a different microphone, thinking that maybe it was the mic.
Because everything we have is from the 1970s.
Probably more like the 80s.
No.
No? Okay. But
I remember that CB being in the El Camino when Elvis died. I remember that.
okay. I don't remember exactly when Elvis died, so
I do. My mother was listening to the concert on the radio and talking on the CB, and everybody just got real quiet because Elvis died.
I don't remember what year is what I meant.
Oh,
Because you were saying it was from the 70s, and I was thinking the 80s, and so I can't remember whether Elvis died in the 70s or in the 80s.
I am pretty sure I know the year off the top of my head.
Okay. What do you think?
And I was correct. It was August 16th of 1977.
77, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was 77. I just couldn't remember the month and the year.
Okay, well. So, anyways, we were playing with the radio. Decided that maybe it was the mic that was bad. We did all sorts of things. We went and got a new mic, tried that out. It still didn't change anything. So we took the mic back and exchanged and got a refund on it because we didn't need it once we figured out that it wasn't the microphone that was causing the problem. We think it's actually the grounding because I didn't actually wire the radio in. I just used a plug-in to the cigarette lighter, and we think maybe that was part of the problem, that it's the cigarette lighter isn't grounded quite well enough. So we next step is going to be to actually wire it in and get it properly grounded and see if that changes things, because it may just be that it's not grounded well enough, and so it's feeding back a little bit and doing it intermittently. And it may also be that the antenna just isn't quite strong enough for the radio that we have. So we may, change out the antenna eventually as well. but at least at the moment, we have, you know, an antenna and a radio, and we have beam antenna. I just have to get it set up, and then we have to find the CB coaxial cable that we need. We have just a couple of short pieces, and of course the truck stop, when we looked at stuff there, they ran 9 and 18 feet was all that they carried.
And you don't want to connect that stuff together.
No, we're not going to try and play, you know.
You don't want to do it. It messes with it.
I know. That's what I was saying. We're not going to play with that.
Mm-mm.
But what we need is, we're probably going to need at least 50 to 100 feet of the CB coaxial cable, which is not the same as your, you know, cable TV cable. It's a different ohm rating, and so it's a process, of course, just like everything else. We're slowly piecing things together, but you know, pretty soon we'll have a CB in the van. We'll have our base station set up and usable, and we'll be able to communicate at least a little bit between the house and the van. Our range, the person we were talking to, we got a couple of miles away, and it was doing pretty good, but much farther than that, we couldn't hear him, he couldn't hear us, so but you know, we'll see what happens. And it's been a long time since I played with CB radios, so, and last time I was out in New Mexico and decided to put one on my car, and that just, I didn't really know what I was doing and hooking it up, and so I'm guessing that I don't know whether I fried the antenna, fried the radio, or just what happened, but it never did work right, so but this time around, you know, we do have somebody that's helping, so we're able to get a little bit further along. So I did get out and try and do a little bit of weed eating early on today, but then it started to rain a little bit, so I quit. And then of course the rain quit and didn't start up again until late evening, or early evening, I mean. It's raining again now, and we're supposed to be getting some nasty weather right now. Some storms rolling through, potentially severe storms. So, but tomorrow hopefully will be a nice day, and maybe I can get out and get several things accomplished. Maybe some more mowing and weed eating. Maybe get the beams set up the way we want them. Until we get the coaxial cable, we can't really run the base, but we can at least figure out, you know, where we're going to have the radio, you know, where we're going to have the antenna, how we're going to operate the antenna, and all of that. And, and maybe I can get the wiring taken care of on the van as well, and get that radio working. So, but we'll see. Don't know for sure. But we did a lot of running around today. Kind of had some fun. Because we went over to Gas City and got a pole to put the beam antenna on. So we didn't go ahead and get a tower or anything like that. We just have a pole we're going to put it on temporarily and get it up off the ground a little ways, and then we'll worry about all the rest of it later on, you know, getting it up to height where it's up above the house, but that's going to take some time, and we got to work details out on that one yet, so it's down the road. So, anyways, I think that's going to do it for tonight. So, please subscribe, give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe out there.